Thanks for coming in. Come on in, folks. Everybody, welcome. This is Yin Yoga, 60 minutes. For those who love the yin, we know this is just a short, brief time we get to spend together. So come on in. Hi, Sabine. Thanks for coming in. I quickly just want to share my apologies last week. So Insight Timer actually canceled my live. I was live and running and having engagement with folks. So it wasn't on my end. So if that was an inconvenience to you, I do appreciate you showing up. And I do apologize for any inconvenience. So come on in today. We're going to do 60 minutes. Who's feeling any particular area or posture? Thank you, Judith, for your donation and always your support. I really appreciate your consistency in your practice and also your energy exchange. Everyone is welcome here. If you're new, say hi. My name is Samantha Kristoferson, and I don't like to chat a lot at the beginning because we save time after practice for tea and talk. We want to jump into our Shavasana, our corpse pose, and set that up however you want to have that, maybe knees up or support behind the shoulders, head and neck. And we'll end in Shavasana as well. So we'll go through a full cycle together. Glad to practice live with you today too. With all of you, I imagine us all in a really beautiful space. And got a really beautiful painting behind me today. We're indoors. And we're practicing in the unceded traditional territories of the Comox First Nation here in Merville, Black Creek, British Columbia. So thanks for coming in. I don't see any requests for postures, and as folks maybe continue to filter in, you can feel free to use the chat. I will keep my eye on it, but I'm going to switch our camera over now. So come on down, get nice and cozy, and we'll start cueing for our practice. Thank you, Nancy. Your lower back will help guide what we're looking after here. So too, if lower back is talking to you, maybe being a little bit gentle and bending the knees in our Shavasana, hips. Thank you. Got my rainbow pants on here today, folks. It's gonna be a good day. If you have a blanket, but again, lower back, take the opportunity to potentially put something underneath those knees. Lower the body down nice and gentle, maybe even holding the head as it nestles and finds the floor. And let your arms fall out to the sides. For the remainder of this practice, you have the invitation to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. That signals to the body, to the nervous system, we're entering relaxation. We're entering a state of calm. Your invitation to close the eyes as well and close down that clear. Turn off that sense so that you can tune in deeper to what's going on within you. Take a nice deep inhale in through the nose and fill up your belly nice and big. Release it any way you wish. And check in with your hips, your lower back here. Just gently, maybe a little bit of rocking until you can find some ease, some comfort. If on your back, maybe lying on your side with a pillow in between the legs. Check in with your shoulders, gently pulling them down and back as if you're pinching the scapula bones, those wing bones back and opening up the chest. You can even use your hands to push your upper body into the floor. And let them fall out to the side. Breathe in nice and deep, fill up that belly again. And release it out nice and slow. Check in with your head and neck, slightly tucking your chin. Relax the jaw. Thanks, Sabine. Yeah, so really connect into this space. If you want to use your imagination in this practice, imagine us in a circle, all of our mats lined in a nice circle. We're all equal in this circle. We're all here to connect to our breath, to our body, to do the work of slowing down. Nice, deep breath in. Fill up your belly as big as you can get it again. And gently release. If you're noticing any energy, any kind of twitchy or fidgety, you can go ahead, you can shake your hands, you can shake your feet. Just give your body a last few moments as you deeply settle into the floor, relax fully into the ground here. Maybe you're on your bed, maybe you're on a practice mat, maybe you're outside. Use your imagination again. Imagine yourself rooting like a beautiful seed this spring. If you're in the northern hemisphere, everything's starting to shoot up, and that's because they've shot their roots down deep into the earth. So shoot those imagination energy cords down into the ground. Breathe gently in through the nose. Nowhere else to be right now, nothing else to do. And I've got my eye on the time, so you can release any worry of needing to keep track of that time. Tune into the body. And gently, with your eyes closed, and maintain that breath. I'm just going to give us a mantra of a song. And you can join along with me if you know it. It's by Mo Ashburn. I believe that I belong to the earth. I believe, may my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. So let's feed the earth in this practice today. Let's let go of any tension. Just imagining any of the areas that you felt that connected to you. So if it's the hips, the lower back, any other place, imagine you feeding that tension, that soreness, that dwelling, whatever is residing there. Imagine you feeding it into the ground here, onto the floor. Use your imagination. You do not have to believe this. Just use your imagination. And you can make any sound as you exhale. Take a nice deep breath in. And for the remainder of this practice, let's imagine ourselves using that ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. If it's in your practice, you're constricting the glottis muscle, the muscle you use when you whisper, and you're slowing the breath on the inhale and slowing it on the exhale. You sound like an ocean wave or a bit like Darth Vader. And we're going to gently bend our knees and bring our feet flat on the floor and set up into banana asana or half moon crescent. So we're anchored in the hips. We're not moving quickly. Imagine yourself as the slowest creature. We'll be very slothy today. Push into your feet and lift up your hips slowly off the ground and bring them down on the right side of your mat. And slowly extend those feet out to the bottom left of your mat, bringing that gentle curve into the side body. If you wish, you can bring that right ankle up over the left. That might be too much. So just stay where you are. You can always bring a pillow or a cushion in behind the hip or underneath the leg and knee. Remembering we're anchored in the hips, anchored in the chest, shoulders. Raise your arms up overhead and reach towards the left side. Just a nice subtle body stretch. And if you want, you can bind your wrist, take hold of it. Just relax fully here. Maybe you have a support under the head and neck. It is not about how much you bend. We're here for a few minutes. Ujjayi breath here. And welcome everyone into the space. Thanks for being here. Breathe nice and gentle. You can extend your heels out. Engage that leg just a little bit as you lengthen and open on the right side. Relax your hands, your wrists, your elbows. You belong in the space, the connection with your body. And we're here for 2 more minutes. Doesn't matter which way you turn your head or which way your hands are pointed. Listen to the body and it will tell you what feels best, where you need to go lighter. Be kind and gentle. Release any thoughts, any to-dos. You're in this present moment with your body, following the breath. Inhale slowly. And release even slower. Welcome any sounds, welcome any communications from the body, sometimes twitching, sometimes a crickety crack, sometimes just a breath that wants to be exhaled a little differently. And slowly you're going to release any twists. Unbind your body and slowly make your way back to a neutral spine and hips, back into the middle. Bring your arms down and bend your knees in your own time. Feet back, flat on the floor. Check in with your hips and your shoulders again. You can't check in too many times. Breathe gently. And push into the feet, lift up your hips when you're ready, and lower your hips down on the left side of the mat. Set up for the opposite side. Point those toes down to the bottom right. And if you bound your ankles on one side, attempt to do it on both. And gently bringing your arms up overhead and reaching towards the right side, grabbing the wrist if you wish. Relax the body, breathe deeply here. The principles of Yin Yoga are to find comfort and stability in your posture. So any prop or any pillow or any block, it can add accessibility. So give yourself those gifts to feel comfortable enough to focus on the breath and let your body feel heavy, relaxed as much as possible. Notice tension, notice gripping, and let it go. The more you commit to a practice with yourself, the more you build a relationship of safety and trust with the body, with the breath, with the heart, mind, and soul, if you will. So keep testing, keep exploring, keep practicing, and watch the connection deepen. Breathe gently. We're here for 2 more minutes. The skin of the face feels soft, relaxed. The tongue disconnected from the roof of the mouth or tucked behind the front teeth. The jaw heavy. Your belly soft. The buttocks and the thighs relaxed, not clenched. Gently and slowly unbind yourself. Slowly unwind the legs, the arms. Make your way back into a neutral spine alignment, hips in line with the shoulders. And we're gonna morph into our happy baby posture, which can be a very vulnerable posture. So feel free to use an extra blanket to cover yourself, give yourself some warmth, some protection there. And you can use a, what are these called? A strap, 1 foot at a time, if that feels better, bending the knee and just letting the arm feel heavy wrapped around the rope. And you can let the other leg extend out or keep it bent. Or if you can do 2, you can do 2 with the strap. Wrap around the hands, let the knees sink down like you're doing a squat. Connect with your shoulders, your head and neck, your lower body. Some people have a pillow underneath the hips, some have it underneath the head. Or of course you can grab with your hands around the toes, on the insole or the outsole, and sink into this happy baby, imagining your shoulders nice and heavy, hips nice and heavy. I'll cue you if you're just doing 1 leg at a time. We're here for a few minutes. Breathe nice and deep. 36 of us practicing in circle today. So just imagine 36 happy little babies discovering their feet. Breathe gently and deeply into the lower abdomen as much as you can, and exhale. legs may want to shake. You might have some twitching. Allow all that to happen. Breathe gently. This is your opportunity to connect with the observation of your mind, release the thoughts. If you just had your one leg, now's the time to release that leg and switch over to the opposite side. So whether you were using a strap or your hand, we're halfway through this happy baby. Imagine that lower back fully supported, sinking into the ground, still rooted like those seeds. And we've sprouted some leaves. We're coming up out of the ground here, but deeply connected, deeply secure to the ground. Be open when you're looking into the third eye, in between the eyebrows. Be open to seeing color, images. Could be infinite darkness, or there could be something there. Tune into that spot, breathing deeply. Each breath connected to the vagus nerve. And we've heard me talk about vagus nerve enough. Beautiful, we're almost there. Last breath. Gently now, you can release your foot or both feet, the strap, and let those feet hover, find the floor. And maybe just let our knees fall side to side, or bring your knees in for a squeeze. Allow the body to move a little bit here if there's any stuck energy. Stay connected with the breath. And slowly, when you're ready, roll to one side and get your leg if you'd like. More gently in our own time, going to sit up. Grab yourself some cushions or a bolster that you can set on one side of your hips. Yes. I'm doing a makeshift of many little things here. So as you sit up nice and tall, you have your bolster out to one side. And cross your left foot in front of you, and if you can, draw your right foot down and back. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can stay laying in the prone position on your back and do a twist with your hips here. So either crossing a leg over. We're attempting to target the area of twisting in through the spine. So as we sit in this windmill, we'll sit up nice and tall. And we'll slowly exhale to the left, coming to rest our bodies in this nice twist through the hips, through the back, and anywhere you're twisting. So maybe you're on a chair and that feels better. Maybe your twist is fully flat on the floor. Everybody's skeleton and body is different. So please listen to your body and target a twist through the spine if this posture isn't talking to you. Inhale nice and deep. Notice if you're clenching in the shoulders, in the jaw, in the arms. Relax the body. Breathe nice and deep into the lower pelvic floor. Slowly bring your palms underneath your shoulders and push into the floor. Slowly make your way up and out of that twist. And you can rotate your legs right over to the opposite side. Move your buttocks gently. Line up your hip with your bolster or cushions. Our left foot is down like a nice little windmill here. Reach up nice and tall, inhale, and as you exhale, twist your body to the right and find yourself in your props. Crickety crack. And the eyes are closed to keep that connection with your body, to keep that line of communication open. Your body's going to look different depending on your skeleton, depending on your life experiences in this body. So if you're having a hard time following your breath, staying connected to that ujjayi breath, that ocean breath, consider just being a little bit more gentle. If you're focused on, oh, this feels hard, this feels hard, this feels hard, then you're not focused on our breath. So just be gentle with yourself in the subtlety of the stretch as well. Sometimes the pain comes from doing nothing. I feel like I'm doing nothing. I feel like I'm doing nothing. Relax and follow the breath. It is a challenge for most. We've got 2 more minutes here. Slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push into the floor, lifting that body up out of the twist, nice and slow, very sloth-like. And in your own time, come to sit in a nice, tall, straight spine. And we'll do a little bit of breath work. If you've been here before, you know it's alternate nostril breath. So if it's in your practice, you can get started. You can sit with your legs out. You can sit with your legs crossed, up on a cushion, whatever you choose. But relax. Imagine your spine nice and long and straight. The belly's soft. The shoulders are back. The eyes are closed. The chin feels just beautiful. Nice and relaxed, heavy. You'll use your right hand if you haven't learned this yet. We're going to close the left nostrils and breathe in and out through the right side for a few breaths, keeping our gaze here. Go ahead. This breath work, we're opening up channels in the body for the oxygen to flow, for the chi or the prana, the life force energy to flow more through the body. So we're clearing out pipes. Imagine that's what we're doing. Take your thumb now, push down the right nostril, breathe in and out through the left side a few times. Just observe any differences. Your hand like this is also a form of yoga. It is a mudra. That's why it's done this way. So just test it out. On your next inhale, take a nice deep inhale. Close the left side. Exhale on the right. Inhale right. Close, exhale on the left. Go at your own pace here for a few more breaths. Relax your face, enjoy it. It's okay if you mess up, just start over. Gently release the right hand down. And let's just sit here in a moment of observation. Eyes are closed. Go back to your ujjayi breath, or your in through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, and we're rooted back down into that ground. Even though we've come up off our back, we're very connected in through the bottom of our body here, through the root chakra. Imagine, use that imagination here. And let's come together for a butterfly. And so you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, and maybe they're further out from your body. Maybe they're nice and tight. Maybe you have pillows or blocks underneath the knees, so it doesn't feel like you're going to go deeper than what feels comfortable. And when you're ready, you're going to Take a nice deep inhale and let your body fall forward. In yin, the back can round, but if you have lower back issues and you're feeling it, keep a nice long straight spine. You can rest on a chair, or you can set some bolsters or cushions, or use blocks to rest the head. We're here for a few minutes. Ujjayi breath. And it can help to, I often will pick up my lower abdomen, pull the skin away from my hips as I hinge forward, as it creates more space for the bones, the skeletons to bend. Two more minutes here. Imagine the feet feeling nice and relaxed, gentle into the floor. The knees feel supported. Root chakra down into the floor. Hinge from the hips. As you're ready to come up out of that butterfly, use your hands, push into the floor. Slowly walk yourself back up. And gently, maybe extend your legs out to the sides, or maybe you windshield washer them. Shake out the leg, any energy there. And we'll move into all fours. Coming up onto the hands, fingers are spread nice and wide. Onto the knees. Let's do just a few cat-cows just to limber up a little bit here. So dropping your belly with your breath. Inhaling, point the chin. Exhale, round and push through the hands. Bring the chin to chest. Go at your own pace. Match your breath. And let's grab maybe a couple blocks if you wish, or a cushion for your front hands. And slowly draw that right knee up into a pigeon posture. So you can bring your legs flat. You can put a block under the buttocks. Use a chair. If you're sitting a lot, I recommend you stay up in the swan. Sink the hips down onto a bolster, onto a block, wherever you're at. And rest your body up in this nice curve. This is to help counter sitting. So I'll stay here. If you want, come down into elbows or sleeping pigeon. You can put blocks and bolsters in front of you, whatever you wish. We're here for a few minutes. We're nearing the end of our practice together. So stay connected to that third eye. Come back to the breath. Inhale, nice and slow. Imagine that universe opening up, resting, relaxing. You can, if it's available to you as well, grab for your back left leg. Use a strap, use your hands. Just make sure you can maintain the connection with your breath. Nice square hips. Stick around for tea and talk following the practice today, and let's catch up and chat about this painting behind me and where you're at. If you were down, start to push your hands under your shoulders, work your way up. If you were sitting up in this posture, bringing your hands down and slowly inching your way back into all fours to set up for the opposite side. Maybe you move your hips side to side just to release any stuck energy. And choose the same variation you offered one side. So bring that left leg forward. Let any gas, I just burped, excuse me. Let any gas come out. Sink into the same variation that you had on the other side. And again, prop, posture. Make it work for your body. And notice if there's any big differences. We're here for a few minutes. Happy new moon to those observing the cycles. Thank you for making the space to connect with your body deeply and to offer your nervous system deep rest, deep connection. Every breath is a healing breath. When you notice it, when you love it. Relax the feet, relax the thighs. Notice if you're clenching through the buttocks, the shoulders. Two more minutes here. Release the idea of effort or strain. The need to compare. It is not about what you're seeing, it's about what you're feeling inside your body. Eyes are closed. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale nice and slow, and imagine yourself, everything's coming out in these exhales. And if you were sitting up like I am, bringing your hands down onto the ground. If you're sitting up, pushing into the hands, lifting yourself up and out, gently coming out of your posture. Come back over to all fours and slowly lower your front body down into a Sphinx posture if you can, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, hands outstretched. If this is too intense of a back stretch, hands folded over and forehead on the hands. And if your elbows underneath, just pull your chest forward, pull your shoulder blades down and back, relax your jaw, gaze forward, breathe deeply through the nose. You can feel your front body lengthening, and you can feel the strength of your back by pushing into the elbows. The strength is in the bones. We are relieving. And if you have a little bit more space, you can as well extend your hands out to the sides of your mat. Push into your palms. Lift that body up. Don't clench the buttocks. Relax the buttocks. Relax the legs. Pull through the back. Shoulders down. One more minute here. And slowly coming back down onto the elbows if you were up. From the elbows, bring your left ear onto the floor. Let your arms down by your sides. If you had your hands folded, bring your left ear onto the floor. Let go fully into the ground here. Those roots from our plant, they're now coming out of the front body, imagining we're still so connected to the earth. And with your next breath, gently engage your head, slowly pick it up and turn to the opposite side, the right ear, and place it onto the floor. Relax the shoulders, the jaw. You may have a pillow or a cushion under the shoulders or head. Use the support so it feels good and comfortable. Relax the legs. And when you're ready, gently roll yourself all the way over to the opposite side. And return to Shavasana here. Make your choice about support underneath the legs, shoulders, whether you want a blanket. Again, like how we started the practice, come into your Shavasana, so maybe legs are up. Maybe they have cushions underneath, something under the shoulders. Wherever you are, connect in with your shoulders, pull them down and back. Let the arms flop out to the sides. Let the legs be supported and heavy. Eyes are closed. And we can release that breath work, that Ujjayi breath. We're just back to regular breath in through the nose, out through the nose, nice and slow. Just observing now how it feels to be back in this posture. No need to judge. stay in this present moment, stay in this moment right now with your body, with your breath, with your nervous system. You can scan the body if you wish. You can start at the feet, the ankles, the calves. Moving over the thighs, the hips, the belly button, ribs. You feel your hands and fingertips, your wrists, your awareness can go to your forearms, your armpits, your chest, your shoulders, your earlobes, the jaw, the skin on the face, the hair. So use your imagination one more time. Send anything that you observed to feel tense or stuck. Just imagine yourself sending it down into the earth now. And let's use that mantra we began with this spring. This mantra by Mo Ashburn. I believe that I belong to the earth. I believe, may my life be a song, may my song feed the earth. I believe that I belong to the earth. I believe, may my life be a song, may my song feed the earth. Take a nice deep inhale and fill up your belly now. You can bring your hands on top of that space. Release it out with a weird let all the air out. Imagine yourself squeezing it out. Inhale again, fill it up. And release it out how you want. Inhale. Last time. And bring your feet together, your ankles to touch. Bring your hands together. Interlace all but index fingers. Reach your arms up overhead and inhale. Stretch your body nice and long. And exhale, release the body into the floor. And you can bend your knees and gently roll to the right side. Slowly, you're going to push yourself up when you're ready. And I'm going to switch the camera over to do our final salutation here. So eyes can stay closed. And sit up what makes you feel comfortable. Allow your arms to fall maybe on top of a pillow. Shoulders are down and back. And belly soft. Maybe the sex organs are pulled up and in just slightly. You can imagine and see the colors starting with red all the way up to an ultraviolet purple above the head. Imagine a nice rainbow of color, nice, long, and extended, deeply connected, and deeply expansive. And we can imagine peace in front of us, peace behind us, peace on our left, peace on our right, peace above us, peace below us, peace in ourselves, and peace in our universe. Feels so good there. Send that vibration of peace out. Bring your hands together and we'll chant Om 3 times. So take a nice deep inhale. Inhale again. Inhale. Inhale and hold your breath. And gently release it out. Slightly bow your head. Rub your hands and start to wake up the brain and bring the heat over the face. And you can open your eyes, come back into your space. That is the conclusion of our practice. Thank you for being here. Namaste to all of you. And hopefully we'll see you in another practice soon. But you are welcome to stick around for tea and talk and connect here.